Am I live? I think I'm live. Hello, welcome to Color All the Things with me, Melissa. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start color while I wait for people. Finishing up my Zemlja Snova page here, which is gorgeous. It turned out so pretty, I think. I'm so excited. So I'm just doing the sunflowers here. Actually, I think I'll take the green gold. I'm using my polychromos just to oomph some of the colors, because I did the Inktense. Hi Tess, welcome to the stream. How are you today? I did all this with Inktense, and so I mean I could leave it as is, but I just wanted to up the pretty a little bit. Morning, Jen. I'm waiting for some more people to get in here. I had a terrible thing. Well, I mean, not terrible. I'm alive and my kid's alive, so it's not that bad, but it's been a day yesterday, to say the least. I am just not. So if I don't sound myself, I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of pain. I go to see my doctor today. My back is very stiff. I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended. So I'm good. I'm good. Oh, laughing hurts. So if I don't see, oh, I should probably zoom in here. You can't see my pretty little flowers. Hi, Darlene. Yeah, my car is pretty, it's not like totaled, but it's pretty bad off. Hi, Night Fear. Hi, Katrina. Yeah, when a few more get here, I'll give the lowdown on what happened yesterday. But I've got a headache. I'm pretty sure I have whiplash. So if I don't see myself, that's why. Thanks, Tess. Yeah, I had my daughter checked out yesterday. I, of course, waited on myself. I was like, oh, you know, how bad can it be? Let's see, it's May. I told May 9:30. So I should probably tell her that I started a little early. Yes, pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'll tell them what happened. My 4-year-old's kid. She's like, are you telling them what happened? Oh, I'm going to the doctor at 11:45 today, Tess. Hi, Paula. So I think there's enough people here. I already told May via Messenger. So yesterday, around just after lunch, my daughter and I were driving back to the new house, and it was on this little 2-lane road, and all of a sudden the people in front of me just started stopping short. Thank you, Katrina. They all started stopping short, so it was like really, so like I slammed my brakes and I just barely missed hitting the car in front of me. And so I relaxed. I was like, oh, good. And then I look in my rearview mirror and I know the car behind me is going to hit. So I tense up, and sure enough, right into the rear, knocked me pretty good, knocked my headband off. I have a new See, I don't have my gray one. It actually ripped this part off of my gray band. So needless to say, that was super fun, and it was a car full of teenagers in a BMW. Their airbags went off. Mine did not, but it pushed me into the people in front of me, which then pushed them into the people in front of them. It was very much because I was at we were all at a stop. The damage to the front of my car and the back of the next car is very minor compared to the rear end of my car. The rear end of my car is severely damaged. I don't want to show you my license plate, but let me see. I know my iCloud. I know my iCloud. Thank you. So like, he went under my bumper and pushed it all down. So my tailpipes are bent because he was a very low sitting car, and I'm a very, hi May. I could start the show now. I was gonna say, he was in a BMW, so he's a very low sitting car, and my car is an SUV hybrid, so it's like a car SUV hybrid, so it was sitting higher up, so he like kind of bent the back down, so my tailpipes are bent, and I don't feel comfortable driving it because of that reason. And so my car's at the new house. My husband came. I took my daughter to the doctor yesterday. She got checked out. She's fine. She said she bumped her head on her car seat, but she's okay. I'm going to the doctor today because my back is extremely stiff right now and my head hurts. So, just basic whiplash, getting hit from behind stuff. So that's my story. How are you guys? Thankfully, my sister, she does body shop work, and so she deals with she deals with accidents, and she deals with insurance companies. So I called her and I'm like, hey, this is their insurance. What do I got to watch out for? And she was like, they'll try to use aftermarket parts. Don't let them. She's like, other than that, they're really good. I was like, cool. So she was like, just send me the estimate when they do your car. And she's like, I'll go over it and make sure that they're not trying to screw you or something. And so that's cool. I will forever be grateful for my sister for that. Because her and her husband both do this work. Yes, Zoe. She's whispering. You can speak up, honey. Okay, you just whisper.
You should tell your friends that you cried.
Oh, I did tell him I crashed a little. And now she's like scared every time I put on the brakes a little hard, which I feel bad for. But you're reading the first Witcher book, The Wish, and it's awesome. It is scary, Tess. It was scary. And it was funny, I got out of the car and I went to go open my daughter's door and her door wouldn't open. So I was like tugging on it and I'm like, oh, I can just open the front door. So I was like, oh, are you okay? And the teenager behind me goes, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. I may have snapped at him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my daughter. He was like, oh. Oops. So, yeah, Zoe the Whisperer. I know, right? She's always so loud, and then all of a sudden she's starting to whisper and everything. She kills me. But yeah, the poor kid, he had 3 other kids in the car with him. The lady in front of me, she was like, I saw you coming, and she was like, I braced for you, and then I saw you relax, and she was like, oh, okay. We're good. And then she was like, and then I was just knocked from behind. But I hit her so lightly, like, she barely has any damage. I have a little dent on my front bumper. And then the car in front of her, they just scratched paint. So, I was at a dead stop. they were at a dead stop. And we were slow. It was a traffic jam, so it wasn't like, but dude had to be going fast enough to hit me like that. Are you really, Katrina? That's awesome. Oh yeah, no, you definitely swatch them because they don't look, like you can't look at the tip and know what color it is, and you can't look at the bottom part of the Inktense. I would show you, but for some reason I decided to pack it up. So, I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just pack up my Inktense. Oh, so that's, everybody's okay. Nobody's severely hurt. I'm sore, but I'm not short of breath. I don't have any broken bones. I'm just really sore. But I'm going to go see my doctor today at 11:45, so I'm probably going to cut this. I'd have to be, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm not afraid to drive, which is something I was worried would happen. Because I ended up driving my husband back to work yesterday in his car, and then I took the car so I could take my daughter to the doctor, and then I drove him to work today, and I'll go pick him up. So I'm not afraid of driving, which is, I guess, a blessing. So I think that's the last of it. Let me get some hair here for her. No, I'm not dizzy. I'm not dizzy. I just have a headache. Yeah, it's 9:30 here. I just have a headache. I laid down yesterday, and my husband and I watched Black Panther because it came out in Blu-ray. And so we just chilled. He hung out with me. He kept an eye on me. It just hurts to move it's my back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and then a headache. So but yeah, every time I go to stop short, it's always like, and I'm like, oh my God, don't do that, kid. Don't do that. But she's like, she's got a little PSTD or PTSD or something. But I think this is done. When you're done with this picture, is it okay if it... Yeah, you can use it as a reference, Katrina. That is totally cool. That's awesome, actually. So, there we go. I'm done with all the pencil work. No, I wanted to do the background. I don't know that I'm going to do the background. I don't feel like it. I'm just going to leave it. I may come back to it. So I'm debating on putting like little white accents. But I don't know if I want to do that or not. Just like, I don't know. Does that... That's not even doing anything for you. And I have such a hard time with these pens. That doesn't really do anything, so I'm not going to bother with it. Well, I'm going to date it. Sign and date it. Signed, sealed, delivered. What is today? The 3rd. So where am I gonna date it? Usually I have such light pictures that I can pick anywhere to date it. Let's see. Where am I gonna date it? Here, we'll just go here. There we go. Alright, so a stun button so you'll stay. Right? So here we go. This is the little guy. I like it. I'm pretty pleased. Oh, give me just a second. I'm putting my pencils away, otherwise they'll never find their way back. Okay. Oh, there you go, May. That's a good idea. Swatching the Inktense and then taping it to the back of the pencil. This is really bent right here. So, what do I want to do now? I want to work with my Tombows. So I'm going to bring my Tombow pens over here. What do I want to do, though? What do I want to do, though? I don't know. Thank you, Katrina. I don't know what I want to do. I want to work with my Tombows, but I don't know which picture to work on it with. I need to finish this one. This could be fun. And do all sorts of nice blues and then some grays. That could be a fun picture. Yeah, May, it is very different. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to knock it. I'm staying in here because I don't feel like grabbing another book, because I'll have to lift them up and that hurts and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I was doing this with Tombows. Not necessarily, I'm not digging him. This is intricate. I could do this. But man, that would take forever. Forever. Katrina, we all have problems, sweetheart. We all got problems. I have a fear of coloring fish. Not because like fish are bad to color, I just don't know how to color fish. I started on this one too, but this is going to be a mix of marker and pens. The watercolor paper, will it take the marker with pencils okay, or is watercolors better? I don't know what you mean by that, Tess. I'm sorry, sweetie. Can you explain that a little better? This could be fun too. I've got a lot of stuff I can do in this book, y'all. I just don't know what I want to do. I feel very lost right now. I was taking Tombows and going over some of this stuff to kind of, because this was the pencil and that's the marker, so it really popped it. Maybe I'll just continue doing that. So that was 173. Willow green. 173. So maybe I'll keep doing that. Yeah, that's what I would think, May. The watercolor paper would just absorb so much. So, I'm going over my pencil work, which may or may not give me a nice barrier that I can do a little more shading with it. So that might be nice. We'll see. Do a nice green dragon. Watercolors are fun, but they're a discipline. May be better to talk to you about the about watercolors. She can answer any questions you got. Then what I'll do is I'll take, let's see, for the blue, I'll probably take like cyan here. And maybe some sky blue. Work that. So 451 and 476. 451 and 476. So nice sky blue. Kind of bump that color a little bit, and then take the cyan, do a nice shadow, kind of pop the shadow some. Link the book club in your May TBR video, so maybe some. Oh, thanks, Night Fear. Just got the Polys and Touch 5 markers and 6 books. No more Amazon till tomorrow. Yeah, so I actually got it from the Tombow website. They either had a colored one, a pre-colored one, or you can color it yourself. They had a blank one. And I actually printed it on some pretty cheap watercolor paper. So I can attest that yes, it will suck the life out of these markers. Like, it just sucked paint. Like, there's no bleed through. That was very sweet. Thank you. So that's what, so if you can see those two right there, that's how I'm going to punch it up. So I really do like this. Morning, Bluefinger. How are you today? Hope everybody's well. Everybody's got to be doing better than me, that's for sure. I took 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen, so it's helped. But I felt so, like, I felt terrible. I don't know why I felt terrible. I was just like, Dave, I'm not a bad driver, I swear. And he's like, I never said or thought you were. And I was like, I know. But I feel bad now that I've wrecked a car, basically. I was like, it's been 20 years since I've been in an accident. Everybody I was calling, I'm like, look, I have no idea what I'm doing. The last time I was in an accident, I was young enough that my dad had to do it. So, got the smallest set of polys and you love them, so your son got 120 for Mother's Day. Oh, Tess, that's so sweet. May I always try to link people in my videos. I also link this channel, but since it was a book video, not sure. That's all right. That's all right, Melissa. Yes, honey. What black ice is bad about?
Yeah.
What, for slipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, black ice is bad for slipping.
Because your car wheel could get damaged.
Yeah, but honey, it's the middle of spring. There was no black ice. Black ice is a winter thing, honey.
No, we were driving the road and then we saw black ice.
What, this winter?
It was winter.
Yes, in the winter we saw black ice on the road.
And then we slipped over some.
Yes, and then the car slid a little bit.
Over black ice.
Yes.
That's how we got in an accident.
No, that's not how we got in an accident. We didn't get in an accident with black ice.
But on winter we got in it.
We did not get in an accident in winter. Oh, man. She's my revisionist. The Derwent watercolor pencils are very nice. I like them. Yeah, you're right, May. They do have a little pigment, like they have a little bit of pigment issue, but I have found that I can, depending on the paper, I can go over it a couple times and that kind of, oomphes the pigment. Or you can go over it with pencil, which then, like I did with the Inktense, to kind of add that little bit of extra. What other color green do I want? I just want to go to the light green. I'm probably just going to do that. So it was $195. That's $245. Where did I go? I went the wrong way. That was sap green. That might be good for the really dark, and then light green, the $195. So let's see. Zodiac Girls from Etsy. Yeah, Tess, those are good for a base. So this is the light green. Where did I decide the lights get? I don't know. I did like a night scene. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have the Prima Princess books, Tess. My daughters love to color in that. I give them that and watercolors to paint, and they love it so much. So I'm just going to do, you couldn't see that because I have so much stuff in the way. So right in here, I'm just adding some shadow type stuff, some darker colors. Oh, have a good day, night, Melissa, too. Thank you. I'll let y'all know how it goes. So I'm just going to take the original green and just kind of, ooh, it blends a lot better on pencil. So in talking to my sister, she's been doing these cute little shirts for her and her daughter. So her son and her stepson play baseball. So she made a shirt that says "That's my bro," with a little baseball heart for her daughter, and then she made herself a shirt with a home base and said all about that base, which if you know the song, then that's pretty funny. So I was telling her, and a couple other people were like, hey, you should start an Etsy store or whatever. And so she was thinking about it. And she sent me a message at like 4:30 this morning. She was like, I think I will. But she was like, but I don't understand computer stuff or shipping or anything like that. And I was like, I used to be a shipping manager, so I was like, no, I got you on shipping. I can handle that. So we're gonna start an Etsy store together. Yay! But what this is all getting down to is I'm having her design a thing to go on a shirt that says suck it up with a paintbrush and a paint splatter. So I'm designing that, so I will have suck it up shirts at some point on an Etsy store. We're still a bit away before opening up an Etsy store. Like, I'm going to talk to her when I go up to Ohio and we'll solidify some things, but I'm having her design it. So we'll be able to get suck it up shirts. Mab is so nice and helpful. Also, the Sick Girl Club she founded a couple years. What's the Sick Girl Club, May? Are you talking about the Zodiac Girls? I hate these big open spaces. Suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, so I'm going to get a couple designs, and then when we set up the Etsy store, I'll give y'all a link and to do pre-orders. So, and because I know how to ship internationally, we'll do international orders, and then whatever else my sisters decided to do. And then I was going to start doing acrylic paint pours, and have her things on there too, and I think that'd be cute. She's like, can I iron those on your paint pours? No, I'll secure it with resin. It's okay. Oh, and I have to call the auto collision place. I still haven't gotten a call from the insurance people from the car that hit me. Hi, Shalene. Mab Graves founded an organization thingies for girls that has chronic illness. She focuses on what sick girls can do instead of what they can't. Well, that's cool. Do you have a link to her foundation thingy organization? You should pop it in there. You should pop it in chat. Also, in other news, I'm over 800 subscribers. Woot! How flippin' awesome is that stuff? I'll hit 1,000,000 before you know it. Oh, I'm okay, Jen. I got hit by a car yesterday. Not me, I was in a car. My car got hit by a car. I wasn't a pedestrian. That would have sucked. So, I was in a car accident. I'm okay. I hurt, but I'm okay. I'm going to the doctor today. And her nurse was like, well, really? You should maybe go to the ER and get some scans. And I was like, you know, if I start getting short of breath or if I have, you know, sharp stabbing pains, I said, right now I'm just aching. So I'm sure I'm fine. I just want, you know, a double check. And if the doctor then thinks I need x-rays or scans or whatever, said she can order it and that person's insurance can pay for it and we're all good. I said, but I don't have time. Yesterday I legit did not have time to go to the ER. Like, I had no time. Because I had to get Zoe her doctor appointment. Then directly after her doctor appointment, I had to go get Kaylee from the bus stop. And after I got Kaylee from the bus stop, I had to go pick my husband up from work. I had to come home and make dinner because, you know, starving children. Yes, Zoe, she's whispering today. It's hilarious. Yes, sweetheart. Oh, you want to show them your new pretty sunglasses? Here. There's her pretty new sunglasses. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, spread those out. Oh, you knocked it. It's okay. They're Anna Elsa glasses. Aren't they so cute?
I bet your friend wants a pair of them.
I bet they want a pair of them too. I know, isn't that awesome? 800. You can pour Inktense and iron on top of that. May! I need Inktense blocks now. That's what I need. You're right, Shalene. You always hurt the day after. Always. Zoe, what, honey? Because May gave me a good idea. That's why I said, oh, May.
What good idea?
To do Inktense pours on shirts or fabric.
What does that mean?
Well, I can't explain it to you right now. But when I do it, I will let you help. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway. Hi, Charlotte. I know, Tess. Aren't they adorable? She's actually in my oldest's Easter dress from a couple years ago. 2 years ago. She wanted to be pretty today. I gotta say though, after the accident, like I was really worried I wouldn't be able to drive. Like I would freak out. I've been pretty cool, I have to say. I didn't have a dream last night about it, so that's nice. They always say accidents happen within 5 miles of your house. And legit, I was down the road. I think I had 1.5 miles to go before I got back to the new house. Just use plastic cups and water. That's cool. Yeah, you just get the little shaver. You just get a little shaver and you just shave little pieces off into water. That'd be really cool, May. And just take an X-Acto knife and pop chunks in or whatever. That'd be super cool. And we just have to figure out a name for the Etsy store. I don't know what to name it. You were really an adult today. You bought garden flowers. Aw. I can't wait till I can do some gardening at the new house. My neighbor, Charity, she did a whole thing around her whole house. And I got there yesterday, and was it Monday? Probably Monday. But I got there and she was showing me. I was just like, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. So jealous. Move on over to this side. It is really the most Inktense is the most versatile medium. You can use it for everything. Yep. Making a dollhouse out of a bookshelf, but I'm going to hide in the house and color. Tess. Have a good day, darling. Bye. Spiders. There's nothing wrong with spiders and bugs. They're not going to do anything to you. They don't care about you. You care about them more than they care about you. So every time we got borer bees, which are the wood boring bees. So they don't have a stinger. They're mostly blind. And bump into stuff all the time. And they'll even bump into you. And like my daughters freak out. I'm just like, they're not going to do anything to you. They don't care about you. They're looking for wood. Almost done adulting, just have to make dinner. They can't kill you with fear. Charlotte, you kill me. I will have a visceral reaction where I will flip out if I don't notice that something's landed on me. Like, I can't help that initial, like, jerk reaction. But usually if I see it coming, I'm pretty cool with it. You should, Tess. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I linked the full 72 set below. And the water brush pens I was using the other day. You can usually find links to what I'm using, or sometimes I forget to delete the old links so they're still there even though I'm not using them. So and I also linked to Zemlja Snova on the Colorful Birdhouse Etsy store. So if anybody's wanting the book. Now that I'm coloring this, I'm trying to remember if I've seen it colored. I think I've only seen it colored like once or twice before. Like, this isn't a very common page to get colored. Which seems silly. I mean, who doesn't want to color a sleeping dragon? Yeah, you can spot a spider from 10 miles. Charlotte. May says, most don't like them when they get them, but after a while, when they have learned how to control the pigments more, many love them. Yeah. I dig how I don't have to worry about pushing the color underneath. So if I mix two colors, or if I put a color down, I'm like, oh, I want to add another color. I can do it without worrying that I'm going to mix or push colors around. Once it's dry, it's dry. Unless you didn't activate everything, and then, you know, that's a whole nother ball game. Amazon have big sales on them at times. Bought mine for $50. Dang, Katrina. To wait till Monday for my order. I don't like waiting. I know. I don't remember what I bought mine for. I think I got them for like $75 for the 72 set. The blocks I'm having trouble finding under 80 or under 90, I think. Like they're kind of expensive. So I might go to Jerry's and just get 1 or 2 blocks here and there. Am I still in frame? Yeah. Durant pencils and Goldfaber are really weak. I haven't tried the Goldfaber. I don't think I want to. I've hit my, I have all the pencils I want or could need ever phase or whatever. Now I'm like, oh, there's markers. Oh, look, there's Inktense blocks. Oh, look, there's this. Oh, look, there's that. Like, oh, I want some Copics. Copics are expensive though. Ugh. Like I want the pastel-y colors, like I want the light Copics, and then I can just pencil over top of them. Kind of like what you would do for watercolors. You do the light layer and then you can pencil over top. Or even with these markers. But just like a 36 set is almost $100 or over $100. I forget. Yeah, I saw the review on Art Gear Guide for the Goldfabers, and they seem pretty intense, but I don't know. I'm not gonna get them because there's only 36 colors, and I really hate having so few colors. Are you okay, Zoe?
Yeah, I'm just stretching and tired.
You're just stretching and tired.
I'm trying to take a nap in Daddy's car.
Well, you can take a nap on the couch if you want.
And we still have dance shoes on.
Well, then you can take your dance shoes off.
No.
Well, then don't take your dance shoes off, honey. I don't know what to tell you. No, please don't. Thank you. Bless you.
Can we at least show them this?
Does the Tombow pen work differently than other water-based markers in terms of leaving brush marks? They do leave brush marks, but here's the thing. I have already colored this with polychromos. So I'm going over this on the polychromos. So it's acting different, and it's acting more like a watercolor than it normally does. Let's see. I'm trying to find one where I have a completed. Oh, that hurt.
You should
Where's
color
my? There it is.
the reindeer.
So all of this gold work is all Tombow markers. After a couple layers, Zoe, can I finish what I'm saying first, please? And then we will talk, okay? Thank you. So, let's see. I don't know if you can see. So the lightest layer is just the 1. And then everything else, I mean, this thing right here probably has 15 to 20 layers of marker on it. All over here. But the really light areas is just the 1 layer. And it melted into each other. So what I would do is I would lay down my lightest color. I would take my next lightest and kind of flick some in. And I would take my lightest color again and not go over everything, but go over where I was. I don't know how to explain it very well. I do have some of this on video. It was very, very fun to use these. This was super fun, and I didn't go through. I mean, I've got some shadowing. You can see some shadowing, but I didn't go through. Like, I can cover that up no problem. And there's 20 plus layers and parts of this. Of the gold. The rest of this is pencil. It's just the compass in the middle and the gold. That is Tombow markers. And this has no base pencil layer like my dragon does there. So I hope that answered, ouch, maybe some of your question. I hope. Touch 5 or alcohol are great alcohol markers for beginners. You had a question. I'm sorry, sweetheart. What were you going to ask?
Can we show your friends this?
No, we're not going to show our friends everything, okay?
Just one more.
Just one. This is the last thing I'm going to show them. Little wolf. I'll show them little wolf. There's little stuffed wolf. He's an Arctic fox, maybe. I don't know.
It's Arctic fox.
Do you need to go potty?
Arctic fox.
Do you need to go potty? Potty.
I don't need to go potty.
Okay.
Arctic fox.
Yeah, but they do leave streaks. I want that to be clear though. They do streak. See, especially in these big areas. But what'll end up happening is I'll go over with, shoot, which is my next, the light green, 195. So I'll go with 195 and I'll go and shadow, do some shadowy stuff, right? So then I've got a line right there. I take my 173, which is the base color that I was doing, the willow green, and I go over it just a little bit. And eventually I do it so it kind of gets the streaks out, and if I need to, I'll go back over with pencil. What book is what? The one with the compass? This is Zemlja Snova. The one with the compass was Imagimorphia. Imagimorphia. Oh. Yeah. No, she was asking about the compass one. That's Imagimorphia. Which I haven't done too many in there. What are you doing? Okay. Do you need help?
No.
Okay. You've been liking the cheaper pencils. Have you tried, hey Tess, have you tried the Black Widows? The Black Widows, the Scorpion, I think the Cobra are the 3 sets. A lot of people like those. You should. They're really nice. They're really creamy, but gotta watch out. They do kind of break. I actually had to be shipped 2 sets because they just kept breaking on me. I had one that went down to this big. In its first sharpening. But then the Prismas break too. Do you use Prismas, Tess? Artzea and Deli pencils. The artist pencils make the job easier. That's right, May. Oop, hiccups. And a good artist can make any pencils work. That's right, May. Yeah, Tess, I dig the polys much more than the Prismas, that's for sure. I may have to call it. So it's going to take me 20 minutes to get out there. Well, maybe not. Maybe 10. Now I don't know if I want to go out to eat, because I don't have anything here. Yes, I do. I have salad stuff, Melissa. You silly girl. Never mind, I don't have to go out to eat. Yay! Getting tired of going out to eat. You were using a shipper Farben yesterday. They work like poly. Huh. The library called that the book for your book club came in, so read it. Oh, cool, Shalene. Excellent. I'm on chapter 4, I think. I'm not going to show you the page because I don't want you to be spoiled, but I'm only that far in. I just hit chapter 4. So, exciting, exciting. And the link to my book club, if you're into that stuff is down below. We're reading Charlene Harris, Midnight Crossroad. Pick it up any way you like to read books. Join us. Join us. We were doing it all wrong in the beginning. Everybody does it all wrong in the beginning. But there's no right way either. It's whatever works for you. Because I was trying to follow people. Like, I was trying to use the Prismas and do the blending. And, like, I just could not do it. Like, it was not a thing I could do. And then I found somebody who was showing layering. And, like, that was it. I was like, nope, this is what I'm doing. This is what works for me. But then I don't necessarily layer like you're supposed to, whatever you're supposed to do. I do it my own way. And that's okay. There's no right or wrong way to color a picture. There's no right or wrong way to use pencils or anything. You do it the way you find works best for you. I'm probably going to do something here because I don't like how those lines are. Definitely. Oh, let's see. The book I'm reading. So I've got a book club that's linked down below, Katrina. And we had voted on 5 different books. This was the winner, the Charlene Harris Midnight Crossroad. So for the month of May, this is the book we're reading. So if you want to join, feel free to join at the end of the month. I'll put up a a page and we can, or a thread, and we can all talk about the book. But up until then, there's no spoilers on the book. No spoilers, because we all read at different speeds, and some of us will take the entire month to read, and some will be done in a week. But then I'll go through and I'll ask what books other people are looking to read. The runner-up for the monthly poll will be in the next month's poll, so it still gets a chance to maybe, because this month's poll, The Handmaid's Tale was the runner-up, so it'll be in the next month's poll, so that, you know, it'll get its chance. And then I'll put up a thing and ask people what they want to read and pick some from there. So we'll have a total of 5 books to choose from each month, and that'll be June's book, and we'll just go from there. Have a good dinner, Charlotte. Made it way more complicated than it needed to be, Tess. Yeah. Katrina still feels like she's learning the polychromos. Yep. I forget what made it click for me, but there was something, and I was coloring, I was fighting with it, and I tried something, and I don't know what it was. I don't even remember now. But it clicked, and I was just like, oh, I get it now. But I had to have been coloring for like 6 months, at least. Well, no, even longer than that. It was very recent that it finally clicked for me. It was like just before I'd started this channel. And then I gained that confidence. I was like, oh, I'll start a channel. Why not? Why the heck not? So with the little guy here being super green, I think the grass and everything else will be more on the olivey side. I've used polychromos for 2 years now, and they still amaze me now and then, especially when I've used other brands for a while and go back to polys. Yep, May. I felt that way too. So I was trying to teach or treat the Lyras like polychromos, and they weren't. They were working more like Prismas or more like Luminants. They had that I'm going to do what I want attitude. I don't know why I have this song stuck in my head. I'm a model, you know what I mean. Do my little walk on the catwalk. On the catwalk. Been looking back at my first picture. I was like, what were you trying? Yep. I would show you some of mine, but they're all at the new house. My neighbor at the new place, she texted. She was like, oh, you know, the boys are going to go out in the sprinkler if you want to send Zoe along. And I'm like, I'm not at the house. She was like, oh, I thought you were. Your car was there. I was like, no, it's pretty damaged. I'm just going to leave it there. But then that works because then people think that we're living there. And I always get paranoid. Like, oh, I've left, you know, an empty house and I got stuff in it. Bye, Blue. Have a good day. I was watching Laura Rafferty. I missed her live stream. But I was watching the video of it. She was like, don't worry if your marker looks ugly. It's going to look ugly for a while. And it's so true. Like the initial phase looks ugly as sin, man. You just gotta work with it. You were showing a friend some of your first starter pictures because she felt so bad that she would never learn to color. I told her she was better than when I was in the beginning. Pulled out your enchanted forest and showed her just how terrible. Oh, man. I don't think I've colored in my enchanted forest. Like, at all. I think I've tried to do a couple things following Henny. Passion for Pencils. Henny and Laura colors too. I think I was watching Henny when I kind of was like, oh, I get it now. Because Henny does tons of layers. You think I layer? Psh. You should go watch Passion for Pencils. She'll take years to finish a picture. But it's gorgeous when it's done. It's absolutely stunning. She has an architecture background, I believe. So she is just amazing. They have a lot of coloring books on Book Outlet. Oh, I got tons of books from Book Outlet. When I was first starting out, I found them. It's like, oh yes, $35. That's when you get free shipping. It's like, I can do that. But now I'm getting so picky. I kind of feel a little left out in the coloring world because Kirby's not putting out any more books after this. I haven't heard about Tomislav Tomic, but I can only imagine after the fiasco with Villain San and how he had to push some stuff out that he may not be. So if you like coloring faces, you can always find so many books to do that. But if you like coloring like these little detail stuff, like there's not a lot. Forest Girls and Magical Delights will be here Monday. Nice. I love Forest Girls. No, thank you. I layer just enough as it is, often more than what I feel like may. He's like, no, I don't want to layer, thanks. I'm good. You're funny, May. I'm going to finish up these fins or whatever these are here. And then probably have to head out. Found Forest Girls on Amazon. Yep, I saw that there too. I bought mine from Cool Craft Books, I think. That and Momo Girl. The paper's kind of funny. It doesn't let you do watercolor too well. My Holbeins weren't really super on it. I'm trying to get the last little bit here. 25 bucks for just shipping? Nuh-uh. Where are you looking, Tess? I think it was only $11 for shipping. from Cool Craft Books. All right. Momo Girl is nice, but again, it's all faces and stuff, and that's not my cuppa. This is my cup of tea. This right here, all this little detail is so pretty. That's it. You can pet it and stroke it and make sure I didn't go over to the other page. No, Tess, you should try Cool Craft Books. It's only $11 shipping. I mean, it's $11 per book, so if you get like more than one book, yeah, it can add up fast. But I think I ordered Forest Girl, Momo Girl. Momo Girl, or Forest Girl was 18, Momo Girl was like 25, and then I had like $20 in shipping. So, I mean, that was still a good chunk of change, but still. So this is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to head off. I'm going to... Oh, man, my back hurts. It's 10:30. I'm going to eat some lunch and go to my doctor appointment and then not do anything else. Probably just do this the rest of the day. If I do that, I may go lay on the couch and read a book. But... thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notifications of when I next upload or live stream or any of that fun stuff. I should be back on Tuesday. I'll start recording like color alongs once I move into the new house. So look for those probably around the mid to end of June. I'll do one where I, of course, use polychromos in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly and make sure I do some gold. So I've got 3 goals that I want to do there. So I may pick a page and head off with it. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate the well wishes. It's very, very kind of you. I will be fine. There was no punctured lung. You know, none of that fun stuff. So, and my daughter's okay. So that is like a blessing. So, you all have fun, be good, happy coloring, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.